Guys, I got a really powerful new Town Hall 13 war attack to share with you, and I'm going to show you how to 3-star with it. Guys, I'm super pumped to show you the new Blizzard Flybrid. Check this thing out, man. It's going to start off with a Blizzard or an Invisibomb right on one corner, alright? Doesn't get as much value as it did before the nerf, but it can still be used to great effect to wipe out an entire quadrant of a base, along with some high-value stuff. This one right here, I chose to go for the Scatter Shot for one reason and one reason only, because really, I'd like to be able to go get the Town Hall with the Blizzard, right? But the sweeper was pointing towards this. The Town Hall is not covered by a sweeper, so I elected to take out that Scatter Shot that was covered by the sweeper. That way I could start my dragons, my super minions, my loons on the Town Hall and not have to fight a sweeper most of the way. There's just the sweeper cover in the very edge. Most of this push is going to go into the Town Hall unharassed by a sweeper, and they'll be able to sneak up on this backside sneaker from the core of the base as well. Now, heroes are placed right about the same time as dragons, either right before or right after, but one thing's for sure, you don't want to wait too long between the two, because you want the heroes working right alongside the dragons and super minions. That way your heroes survive longer, and then the heroes can also do some tanking for those air troops in the core as well, that cause your dragons and super minions to stay alive longer as well. Now, I elected to bring some skelly spells just because I'm so hooked on using them to get more value out of my Royal Champion. You're going to see I've dropped them in this compartment right here to tie up the single target Inferno, to tie up that enemy queen, keep her off my dragons, keep them both off of my Royal Champion. What we got coming up next, it's going to be a scatter shot section. You know, scatter shots can do a lot of damage to the Royal Champion, but here it's actually going to work in my favor. If I can get this scatter shot to target my Royal Champion on the ground, that means it's not going to be hitting this cluster of air troops. So I'm getting massive value by causing that scatter shot to be targeting my ground troops and leaving my air troops alone, because I still got like 6 between dragons and super minions up. Now they're starting to go down at this point. We finally end up popping that Royal Champion ability. That's going to soften up that single target Inferno. And guys, just like that, this base is done. Queen ability is swag. Now, I wanted to test this out on one of my bases as well. Now, there's some things going against me on this base. First of all, I'm going to go get the Town Hall because that's what I prefer to get. That means I'm going to be having to fight a sweeper on either side that I decide to enter on. So that's working against me. Let's put it this way. If I ran across this base in war, I wouldn't be trying this tack on it, but I'm trying to see how strong it is, okay? So we are going to get the Town Hall compartment taken out, that whole quadrant kind of wiped out there, and that's going to set up some nice pathing for our dragons and super minions. Another thing, another reason I wouldn't choose this base in war, this attack on this base, is look, these compartments right here, housing these scatter shots, these single target Infernos, don't have any wall openings, alright? And usually relying on those on a lot of these attacks to let your heroes, who generally still have health at the end of the attack, you're going to see we swagged the Queen ability on the last attack, she was doing great on health. With those open wall piece bases that are meant to counter the super wall breakers, they're really good for these dragon style attacks, because generally if everything else is dead but your queen still got her ability or got some health, she can walk right in that remaining wall piece, take out that last stubborn single target Inferno or scatter shot or whatever it is that's left up. So this is a difficult base for this attack. We did set up some pathing. We had to use 2 rages to fight through the sweepers. Now I'm going to have to use some skelly spells to see if I can get the single target, the Grand Warden, distracted off of my dragons, off of my loons, off of my super minions, and more importantly, off of my Royal Champion. Now right here, I didn't know which way she was going to go, so I'm saving this last skelly spell. I didn't know if she was going to go over towards the Teslas or in towards the single, and I waited too long. She got locked onto by the single. If I would have been sooner with that skelly spell, my Royal Champion would have survived this entire raid. So a bit of a misplay there on a base that isn't that well suited to this attack. Let's see if we can still get it. We're going to go to ×2. We still got a Queen ability, just like I told you we usually do at the end of these attacks. Dragons are going to go in and take out the single. Queen ability is going to help us out with time. She was locked onto yet another triple, even though this is not a base I would have hit in war with this attack. Now here we go. We got a funky base, but tell you what, man, this is absolutely a base that I would use this attack for in war. Let me tell you why. He's got a sweeper covering the Town Hall, but not really. I can still get a Blizzard into that Town Hall. I can get it taken out, take out that quadrant, and then I can start my dragons on one of these sides that is not covered by a sweeper, enabling me to sneak up on the backside sweeper. So sure enough, we're going to get our Blizzard in there. We're going to get that Town Hall taken down. Going to be counting to 4 in between those invisibility spell drops. A nice slow 4 Mississippi count is usually sufficient. Practice it a lot though. If you're still rusty with it, practice, man, and you'll get it right. And literally count in between. You will get the timing right with enough practice. Now, we got this useless sweeper right here pointing to a section that is completely gone. completely wiped out by that Blizzard entry right there, by that Invisibomb. Now we got dragons, super minions, and loons coming in. We're gonna probably try and use this Grand Warden ability in a section where it's coming into some scatter shot damage. Right now the loons were still doing a pretty good job of tanking the singles, the air defense right there. So here we go. Now it's about time to use that Grand Warden ability. Oh man, I wish I would have timed that a little bit sooner right there. We're gonna be able to, come on, man. Use that. There we go. Finally, use that Grand Warden abilities. We're going into the next scatter shot. And now we got Skelly spells tanking for the Royal Champion, so she can go in and hopefully solo this single target Inferno compartment. King and Queen are working their way through to the backside of this base. Royal Champion is already locked onto the single. Skellies are still doing their job. Single target Inferno. In fact, that whole corner of the base there taken out by the Royal Champion and 2 Skelly spells. Now, also, I do have an invisibility spell left over. I did not need it with the Wizards. We got all the value we needed with 3, and that can come in really handy. On that last attack where I was a little late with the Skelly, my Royal Champion got locked onto by the single. Well, that's about to happen right here. The single is locked on, so I play that last invisibility spell to take that single off my Royal Champion. Guys, we still got her ability intact. We still got a Queen ability intact. Yet another base wrecked by this attack strategy. Now, I gotta tell you guys straight up, man, Legends is not a place where I prefer to use this attack. I'm looking to use this attack strategy in War only, on bases that I think it's well suited to, on the criteria that we've already talked about. But I did want to do some testing with it, so we did get in some Legends attacks with it, and let's see if I'm able to get this blimp in right there. I wanted it inside that multi-target Inferno compartment because that is right next to the Town Hall, and with the chains coming back, I should be able to get that multi-target Inferno taken down just with the chains. So we got the Town Hall taken out. Unfortunately, we haven't really cut out the ring yet. All right, we got the core taken out, but look at all these structures out here, man. We still got a ring of buildings, so I'm gonna drop a couple super minions, so hopefully they can cut that ring for me. That way I'm able to start my dragon, super minions, loons, and heroes on one side of the base, have them stick together, have them work their way around. Boom. Super minion finally took out another structure right there, and we got this ring. I mean, we got it cut, but honestly, I'd like to get one more building out of there just to make sure we have a tight enough funnel that we don't lose a ton of troops going this way around the base. All right, so dragons, loons, and super minions are in. I'm probably going to be playing this Grand Warden ability pretty early because you know what? We got all our troops in that Grand Warden ability. We're taking scatter shot damage. Might as well keep them all at full health, moving deep into the core of the base. Now, we're going to start playing these rage spells. We do have a sweeper partially covering this section, so we're gonna have to halfway kind of cover it. Now we're playing that Royal Champion on the bottom while we have some early tanking from the King, from the Queen, and we're dropping a Skelly spell a little bit deeper in to hopefully get some more tanking for that Royal Champion moving through. Here we go. Got another Skelly spell. I didn't know if it was going to go over on the other side towards that Tesla farm. We still got dragons and super minions working their way deeper in with the aid of a rage. Right now, they're taking a ton of damage from this scatter shot. So hopefully my Royal Champion can provide some much needed help. Take out this scatter shot while the sweeper keeps pushing my super minions and dragons back. Royal Champion gets the scatter shot kill. Here we go, guys. We're starting to run out of troops, but we still got heroes alive, and we got a little bit of a base left, man. Like I said, this is another one. But if I would have seen it in War, I probably wouldn't have chosen to use this attack strategy. We're just running into this base in Legends and trying to figure out a way to make it work. But guys, this attack is definitely the strongest on anti-3-star style bases that you're going to find in high-level War clans, all right? And honestly, that's the attack strategies I like best, is the ones that are going to work the best in War against competitive bases. Finally, guys, for our last attack, yet another base. There's no way I would have tried this attack strategy on this base in a war, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to get it done. Now, what I was thinking right here is to get that blimp popped right on top of the single. It's only a tile away from the Town Hall, so from there, I should be able to get the Town Hall, and then chain damage to be able to take out the single as well. Let's see how well that works out for me. We got the CC. It's a damage CC coming out. I don't know how the loons did not hit that Seeking Air Mine, but they didn't, and it took down my blimp way sooner than I thought. So obviously we are not getting the Town Hall, all right? We're at least going to get the single. On chains, we might be able to get that Clan Castle troops killed. In fact, we get most of it killed except for a super minion. But we got an archer tower here that's still untouched. We got a super minion that's still untouched. So I'm going to lure it with the dragon and drop my own super minion to target it and take it out. Boom, there we go. Now, we're going to drop a loon in there, try and get that archer tower. It is on its last little sliver of health. That's going to complete the funnel that we need. We're cutting out that ring so we can start the dragons. and the super minions on one side of the base. And then as soon as we get dragon, super minions, and warden down, I immediately place my king and queen down. They need to be able to get this funnel done just in time. And look, they are doing a little bit of tanking. Look at this. I mean, obviously, dragons and super minions are taking most of the heat of this attack off the heroes. Heroes are only really taking damage from like an archer tower right here, but they're working alongside each other right at good timing, and that's going to work out really well. Now, we got some troops to go to the town hall. I've already used my Grand Warden ability, so I'm going to use my remaining invisibility spell to let those dragons and super minions get that town hall taken out before they die. Now, we're in a little bit of trouble, man. We got a tough section. We got a sweeper still facing some of these troops as they're trying to take out the scatter shot, and the scatter shot finally goes down. It's about time to play these skelly spells and the royal champion. Now, if you're not comfortable using the skelly spells, I totally get it, man. Bring some freezes, or heck, even another rage. You're gonna get some good value. I just really love them for getting through single target Infernos, really helping that royal champion stay alive on the backside of the base. And sure enough, man, skellies are going to help us out a ton on this one. Right now, they're distracting the king, they're distracting the single, they're distracting the ground bow. We're getting in some really good damage on these structures. Royal champion ability is going to take out the single, and look at this, man. Now, this is getting pretty close, but we've taken out the majority of the defenses on this base. King is still alive. Queen still has full health and her ability, but enemy BK is going to come and try and take her down, man. Here we go. We're going to go to ×2. King is down with the ability. We got the triple on a base that I never would have thought to hit with in war. So guys, enjoy the attack. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.